So, the book we're going to read today is a book called Kids Care for the Earth. What do you know about the earth and the environment? What do you know about the earth and the environment?
It gives us oxygen.
It gives us oxygen. Very good.
It gives us water.
Gives us water. What else do you know about the earth? Is there anything that you know about the earth today and maybe some of the problems the earth is having?
People are littering.
Yeah, there's littering. What were you going to say, Edgar?
People are cutting down the trees.
Cutting down the trees. Have you heard of the term global warming?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't heard of global warming? What is global warming? Does any of you know what that is?
That, when there's like a dry grass and it burns like, normally.
Okay, so dry grass can burn. Okay, our environment is getting hotter, right? And so this book is going to be about kids doing things to take care of the planet Earth, right? Because if we don't take care of the planet Earth,
It won't take care of us.
It won't take care of us. Good point, Jeremy. Good. So, based on what we just talked about, can you, on your sticky tabs, make a prediction of what you think the kids are going to do in this book to take care of the Earth? What can you predict that the kids are going to do to take care of the Earth? Okay, so can you share some of your predictions with me? Kaylee, can you read yours? The kids are cleaning up the earth. Good. What's yours, Edgar?
The kids are going to plant trees.
The kids are going to plant trees. Great. What about you,
I
Jeremy?
think the kids are going to fix up the earth by picking up things that we're not supposed to be on the ground.
Very good. Okay, those are great predictions. Let's put them under our predictions chart. So, what is a strategy that you really like when you're reading out of our Fab 4 strategies? We already talked about prediction, but what's one thing, another strategy that you really like when you're reading that helps you understand your reading? What's another? What about clarifying? What does it mean to clarify when you're reading?
Reread the word. If you don't understand a word, you can reread it.
Yeah.
To figure it out.
Very good, Jeremy. If you don't understand a word, you can reread it in the sentence or in the paragraph to try to figure it out. So today we're going to practice clarifying. Okay? So I want you to open your books to the table of contents. And let's just do a quick preview of how this book is set up. Do you know, is this book a fiction book or a nonfiction book? It's a nonfiction book, right? Which means it's real, right? So if we look at the table of contents, what do you notice about the way the book is set up?
That,
Are there chapters? What is chapter 1 called?
Using Earth's resources.
Using Earth's resources. So we'll just read chapter 1 today, and I'm going to show you, if you turn to page 5, how when I'm reading, I'm going to think about my reading and clarify something that might be unclear. And then when you read on your own, we're going to practice that same strategy. Okay? So I'll start. Our Earth is filled with many useful things found in nature. These things are called natural resources. Some of our natural resources are plants, water, land, air, minerals, fuel. We use minerals such as copper, silver, and quartz to make wires, jewelry, computers, and so many other products. I'm not sure if I understand what minerals is. Let me look back again and try that again. We use minerals such as copper, silver, and quartz. Oh, I know, copper's like a metal. Okay, and they are used to make wires, jewelry, and computers. Okay, so that's what you use metal for. I know there's some metal in my earrings. So that's a mineral. That's made from a mineral. Okay, I understand. We burn fuels like oil and gasoline to heat our homes and power our cars. But what happens to natural resources after we use them?
They're gone.
That's right. Some of them are gone for good. Good job, Jeremy. What did you notice about the strategy I used to clarify when I was reading? What did I do?
Went back to reread it?
I did. I reread again. Did that help me?
Yeah.
How did it help me?
Because you didn't understand Mandarin, and when you back and reread. You made a connection and then.
Very good. I made a connection. Great. So that's what I want you guys to do today when you're reading. I want you to pause when you get to a word or a section that's confusing. And then I want you to reread or try to clarify it. And I'm going to help you on your own. Okay? So I'll finish that page and then we'll turn to the next page and you can start reading on your own. Does that sound good? Okay. There are two kinds of natural resources on Earth. Resources that can be replaced or replace themselves are called renewable resources. Resources that are gone after we use them are called non-renewable resources. Okay? So go ahead and turn to page 6 and you can start reading on your own.
Go ahead.
There are renewable natural resources, water, land, and air will not last forever. If we don't care for them, we have to learn to conserve or protect these resources. We have to learn to use them wisely.
Very good. So was there any words in that paragraph that were kind of confusing or new to you?
The new word is conserve.
Oh, good. How can you figure out what conserve means?
I think conserve means to care, because if you see, if we don't care for them, we have to learn to conserve.
Okay, why don't we try replacing conserve with care and see if it makes sense in the sentence?
We will have to learn to care or protect these resources.
Does that make sense?
Well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it does, right? So conserve also means not to use a lot of, right? Like to not overuse it if you don't need to. Just like when you take a shower, you need to save, conserve water. You don't take long showers, right? So that's what conserve means. So you're right. It can mean like to be careful and to care for something. Okay? Good job. Keep reading on your own. Okay, go ahead and start reading out loud.
We need clean air to breathe. Our lawmakers have passed laws to help keep our air clean, but many people are trying to find their own ways to keep our air clean and healthy. Some people ride bikes, walk, or take buses or subways instead of driving.
Good. Were there any words in that paragraph that were confusing to you or new words that you've never heard before?
Lawmakers.
Okay. So based on the sentence, can you figure out what lawmakers might be?
Pass laws.
Mm-hmm. People who pass laws, right? Very good. Our lawmakers, is it because you read that in the sentence? Have passed laws to help keep our air clean? Good job. So did that strategy help you understand the paragraph better? Can you tell me a little bit about what that paragraph was about?
To keep our air clean.
So people are trying to keep the air clean. What are some of the things they're doing to keep the air clean?
Some people ride bikes, walk, or take buses or subways instead of driving.
Okay, how do you get to school in the morning? You get in a car, or do you take a bus, or do you walk? Did you come in a car? Okay, so a good way maybe to keep the air clean is maybe sometimes walk, or take a bus, or take the train, right? Okay, keep reading on your own. Good job.
Businesses and industries, large and small, are an important part of our country's economy.
Okay, let's sound it out. Let's chunk it. Economy. So that's a confusing word, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can figure out what it means. Do you want to start over, or you want to continue reading and see if the paragraph explains what economy is?
The economy is a way a country produces and uses goods, service, and natural resources.
So did that sentence make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what is an economy?
Is a country that uses Earth's resources wisely.
Okay, a country that uses Earth's resources wisely. Let's read that sentence again. The economy is the way a country produces and uses goods, services, and natural resources. So it's kind of the way that money flows in a country by the way they use their resources. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep reading.
Water. Huge flooders transport or carry goods from one part of the world to another on our waterways. Water uses a hydro plants to make electricity. Some factories depend on these plants for the power to run their machinery.
Okay, pause. Was there a word in there that was kind of confusing to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some strategies you can use to help you understand that word a little better? What are some strategies to clarify that we've talked about? Can you reread that word and try to understand it better? Or pause and try to chunk it? Or read it in the sentence again?
Water is used in hydraulic plants to make electricity.
So what do you think it might mean?
A type of thing that makes the electricity run.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're right. It's water that's used to make electricity, but it's used in
Plants.
plants. Isn't that cool? Okay. So did rereading it help you understand it a little better?
Yeah.
Okay. So even if you couldn't pronounce it perfectly, can you still understand the word in the sentence? Mm-hmm. You can still figure it out, right? Okay, good job. Keep reading on your own. I want you to write down one word that you clarified or you need to clarify. One word that you clarified or you need to clarify. Can you share the word that you needed to clarify and what page it's on so we can all work together? What word did you clarify or need to clarify, Kaylee? Lawmakers on page 6. So can everybody turn to page 6? Let's read that sentence together out loud. We need clean air to breathe. Our lawmakers have passed laws to help keep our air clean. What do I think lawmakers means in that sentence?
People have made laws to make sure that
The environment is okay.
Yeah, good job. And Kaylee clarified that word too when we were reading. Good job. What about you, Edgar? What word did you write down?
I wrote down conserved.
Conserved. Great. What page is that on? On page 6? Okay. Can we read that sentence together? Does everybody see on page 6 where conserved is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have to learn to conserve or protect these resources. So what do you think conserve means in that sentence? To protect the resources. It's in the sentence, isn't it? Right? So to not use it a lot. Right? Good job, Edgar. What about you, Jeremy? What word did you write down? Electric. That's a hard one. Hydroelectric. That was on page 8. Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Can we read that together? It is right here. Okay? Water is used in hydroelectric plants to make electricity. So, what do you think hydroelectric means based on that sentence?
It's used
Can you say it louder?
To make electricity.
Very good. To make electricity. What's used to make electricity? Is there anything else you wanted to add to that? What's used to make electricity?
TV.
Okay, But in the sentence, what is used to make electricity?
Hydroelectric plants.
That's right. Hydroelectric plants and water. Good job. So did clarifying help you as you were reading?
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't clarify, would you have understood the text as much?
No.
What's one thing that you learned about the environment in these short couple pages that we were reading? What's one thing that you learned?
The electricity comes from a kind of plant.
The electricity can come from a kind of plant. That's surprising, isn't it? I didn't know that either. It's totally new information. What about you, Edgar? What's one thing that you learned that maybe you didn't know before? Conserve. How to conserve? Do you conserve when you use resources? Is it something maybe you can do too? Remember the example we talked about when you and I were talking? What's one way you can conserve?
Not use for a long time.
Yeah, not using, like taking a shower for a long time, right? How do you conserve that way? You don't use a lot of what?
Then people now can use it for a minute or something.
Well, if you take shorter showers, what are you saving?
Water.
Water. Okay. What about you, Kaylee? What did you learn that you didn't know before?
That lawmakers have passed laws to help keep our air clean.
Okay. So in your own words, how would you say that? Do they help keep the environment clean? Okay. So you're right. The laws that have passed are helping keep the environment clean. Okay. So I think that kids are fixing up the planet by picking a trash up. Have we read anything about that yet? Not yet. But might we still read about that as we keep reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll keep that up there because that's an important one. They're going to plant trees. Have we read anything yet about planting trees?
No. Soon enough about it.
Yeah, but we have more to read, right? And Kaylee wrote the kids are cleaning the earth. Have we gotten quite there yet? Kind of. So based on what we've read, can you make quickly new predictions before we end our session today? Based on what we just read, what are some of your new predictions that you might have? Good job looking in the text. It's a great place to start. Go ahead, Edgar. Do you want to share yours? Go ahead.
I think that later in the book, that is going to shows how ways to like save the water and save the trees.
Good job. I like that. That was based on what you read today, right? Good job. Chapter 2 is called The Changing Earth. And there's a picture of garbage burning. And that makes me see all those chemicals are going into the earth. And the earth is changing. Not for the better, but for the worse. So that makes me worried. So I think the next chapter is going to be about how we're polluting the environment. That's my prediction. Does that make sense? Okay. So good job today. Did clarifying help you?
Yeah.
Yes.
How? How did clarifying help you?
It helped me to understand a word.
It helped you to understand the word.
Clarifying helped me reread the word and make it help me in the sentence.
Good job. Make it make sense in the sentence. How did clarifying help you today, Kaylee? Did it help you? How did it help you?
Because I understand what lawmakers mean.
Because now you understand what lawmakers mean. Good job. Okay, good job today, you guys. You can go ahead and close your books.